Good morning, Napalm. Good morning. Greetings and salutations. I think it was in this chair last time, a little short. Hey, there we go. Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Michael Schwan. Welcome to the stream. Today is Sunday, September 5th, 2021. And here on Sundays, what we do is we hang out. We vibe, we chill. I work on creative projects like writing my scripts for YouTube videos, recording them, editing them, graphics design, stuff like that and more. And that's what we're going to be working on today. I have a few things that I need to work on for Vods. I have a Tarkov guide that I would like to get scripted and maybe recorded. I have some other stuff. We won't be doing any first impressions today, mostly because I forgot to install anything. And I could do it right now. I have the internet, the capacity to do so, but I'm not sure how big Phantasy Star is, and I just didn't prepare myself for that. So we're just not going to mark that off on the list of things that we hope to accomplish today. How am I? I am good. I am good. I'm a little late. I'm about 20. I'll just say I'm a half hour off this morning, and I looked at it. I went, cool. Just give me just an extra minute, and that extra minute into like 30 extra minutes. Here we are, yeah, so, alas. But yeah, we are also going to be running Stream Raiders, so let me go and get that fired up right now. We have a gold chest or a skin chest. I haven't gotten any skin chests as a captain yet. Oh, it is Sunday, so you know what it is? It is quiet. It is quiet. Go. Okay. Ooh, but I can't actually see like about that though. We're actually gonna go over here. Give us a little bit of room. Oh no, Napalm. I'm sorry, I've betrayed you. You're out there alone. Ah, brave warrior. Do your best. He was so young. It's all good. I'm ready to die. Damn. Damn. Here. Aw, scritchy scratches. Love me 'cause I know I love. So how are things going, Napalm? Gonna have another family stream today? Alright. Let's work on some Tarkov noise. I'm gonna have to clean, aren't I? Item was not sold. What is it? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Why didn't that sell? Ew, there's so much garbage in here. Okay, I need to... Oh shit, this isn't done yet. An hour? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Just need to look through this to be able to start working on this guide. And I need my modules open. Okay. This can be reset, actually. Make sure I know what I'm talking about. It does make the crafts take less time. What was I looking for? I know what I wanted to find. That red. Pull this up real quick. Somebody had already got the number that I wanted. Oh, what? Yeah. No. Here we go. 4,550. Thank you. Your house is chaos? Why is your house chaos? Our house is normally pretty chill, but it's, as I said, we only have one kid. It's just me and Athena and our 11-year-old daughter. And she's pretty chill too. So it's not normally very chaotic in this house. I believe it's 1 point per hour and 2. Oh, it's only 1 point now. It used to be more. Man, 5 kids and 4 animals, so you have 11 creatures within the house. Ugh, that's so many. Power to you. I don't know if I could do it. That's so many. That's like at one point, before me and Athena were together and stuff like that, I was living with my mom. And my sister moved in with her husband, and so there was 4 of us. And then my sister got pregnant, and that was the moment that I was like, oh my god, I can't be in this house with this many people and one of them being an infant. I gotta go. I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Hello, hello. Hello, Cerulean. Welcome. How are you, friend? Where is that darn thing? I think vents you can construct basically right away. Yep. The water collector. Jaeger level 2. Workbench level 2. Okay. I hope you have a great Sunday stream. I hope so too. I was a bit late for it, but we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're getting our script made for one of the new Tarkov guides we're going to be putting out. Chilling, chatting it up. Something else I want to do later is maybe do a video of predictions for the PlayStation Showcase that's happening on my birthday on Thursday, September 9th. Make some predictions of what we might see, what we might get, what might be announced, and bet some gifted subs on it. Escape from Star Wars sounds something like Star Wars to me by the name. No, it is not. It is closer to Fallout than it is Star Wars. I need to look at laboratory. Cool. Let me take a look. Oh, I believe workbench level 3 needs... Where'd my window go? Did I close it? I must have. Okay. Med station. Okay. And nutrition unit. Okay. Back to our script. I know that's not when I come in to lurk a bit while you were playing it earlier. Oh, okay. Yeah. Although I wouldn't, man. So there's no other game like Escape from Tarkov. Like there is nothing that sits in the same like field that Escape from Tarkov does. It has no competitors right now in the video gaming space, which is unfortunate. But I certainly wouldn't mind something that is like, I'm just fucking a copy of Escape from Tarkov, but built in a universe and emulating Star Wars. That'd be sick. Something more fresh. It was less about something fresh and something that is like outside, because Escape from Tarkov is set in like modern day, and so like all of the but Star Wars is like, you know, futuristic, different levels of tech and stuff like that. Escape. I saw an article, Medieval Escape from Tarkov. Yeah, here it is. Expedition Agartha is trying to be Escape from Tarkov, but swords and magic. But like high fantasy, which I'm like, oh, that sounds like that could be cool. So if they went the other direction instead, if a different company wanted to go somewhere else with it and go more futuristic the way that Star Wars is, Even though it says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I still think of Star Wars as futuristic-y, sci-fi-y. That'd be really cool. I'd be down for that.
From start, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arm. Now there's no matter my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'm a
I agree with how you see Star Wars in the future rather than the past as well. Right? I mean, because come on. I think the reason that my brain says like that has to be in the future, because there are Star Wars stories that have interactions with Earth, and you can't say it's something long ago. Of course, it says in a galaxy far, far away, but we also know that they've been to Earth, so I'm like, I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure how they explain that noise. I guess if it was in a different galaxy, then that would make sense. But humans are there. I don't know. So, see, just the long ago part is the thing that just throws such a massive wrench into it in terms of trying to explain it, right? It's a fantasy story. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to make sense. As my brain just reads. So I believe I know the most efficient craft for this is going to be the gas mask air filter. Points. No points. So what's the next shortest one after that? Probably one of the Claws. 30 minutes for Bleach. 26 minutes for Aramid. 38 minutes for Cordura. 29 minutes, 25 minutes. Okay. So we want, let me move that over there for now so that I can more easily bounce back and forth. I wanted to keep it on screen, but it's not going to be efficient for work. Do I still have that other window open? I need to check something. So we're at the lavatory. $33 minutes. Does it say what the, No. Very well. Shouldn't this be about ready? 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes, alright. Hiya. Ooh. Ow. I was not sitting in a good way. Ooh.
Bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Back into this real quick. Where's the fleece? Where is the fleece? Is it not on this list? Am I just blind? Nope, it's just not on there for some reason. Okay, that's fine. We can fix that. There we go. Zavatil. That's not Zavatil. That's Zavatil. Alright, it's just me and Napalm. Good luck, Napalm. I don't know if we'll make it. I should actually pull up Athena's stream raiders and place units for her to get some extra credit. I'm throwing as much as I can. I'm trying. Man, if I had one tank, actually, I probably could have killed all of it myself. Oh, well. Good try, everybody. Let's try again. The number of enemies did not go down, like, at all. Like, not even a little bit did the number of enemies go down. Place a unit for ourselves on Athena's. Yes. Get that Orc Slayer. There we go. Alright. Back to the script. What was the crafting time on the fleece? 43 minutes. Fleece cloth. It's right there.
Level up!
Danger is fear. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, I think that's... No, we also need shampoo and bleach. Shampoo, bleach. Isn't the bleach also part of the blackjack trade? It is. This has a base craft time of 35 minutes. Okay. Let me go ahead and put a couple things on here. Go over to Cordera. This video is going to be a fucking massive dump of information. then the bleach. Need to get over to the bleach. Oh man, I wish I was better at typing. I think I could actually just... Oh god, why did that do that? Make this a little bit more interesting for you. Put this over here. Script. So much script. Oh.
Sound waves reaching the microphone are changed into impulses of electric current.
No need to worry about your pre-recorded music tapes being accidentally erased. It can
There we go.
happen.
Here's the water filter. think I actually want to switch these around. Like that. I think I want to switch those around on all of those. I'll do it later. Just keep working on actually getting the script made. Oh, da, 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 da. Okay, let me click on Tarkov real quick. I believe those are the only ones that I actually want to talk about. I'm going to touch on the magazine case trade and the... I'm going to touch on the magazine case trade and the Lucky Scout junk box trade, but they're not going to be a real large... They're not going to be something that I'm actually recommending, which is why I'm just going to touch on them rather than actually putting them as something of like, yes, you should do this. Okay, I will be right back. I need to use the restroom. I'm gonna refill my coffee too. Grab back. I don't think I missed anything. Okay. Okay. Now let's move over to the other really big one, which is the workbench. I believe it's mostly going to come... So first, what is the actually fastest, most efficient? We got 28 minutes for the power cords, 38 minutes for the circuit boards, 26 minutes for those. 17 minutes for those. It's a horrible craft. 34 minutes for those. Okay. There isn't anything truly spammable in the... There is nothing that's only a minute long the way the air filter is. Workbench. Into the workbench. Where's the magnet? No, the magnet wasn't even that short either. It was a time of like 40 minutes? 43 minutes, yeah. Okay. Ah, coffee good. Coffee real good. Some chill vibes. That's not very chill coffee, actually. It's quite hot. That's good. That's how we like it, though. That's how we like it. Let me put this up here. Okay, so we primarily want to talk about printed circuit boards, gunpowder hawk, gunpowder kite, magnet, wires, eagle, S&B. I'm gonna open them all up and then I'm gonna put them in the order that I want to talk about them. AP 6.3. M856A1. BP, M61. I think that's it. Let me get all my gunpowders up front. Let me talk about them all at the same time. Let me look at my workbench real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. No, no. This is SPP. I need to see what level that's on. Okay, yeah, that's everything that I want to talk about. Why did that go over there? Okay, so let's talk about the gunpowders, talk about the printed circuit boards and magnets, and then the ammunition that I want to talk about. I'm going to reclose the bullets, and then I'll reopen the ones that I know that I want. I do want to talk about SNB. AP 6.3. SPP's down here. They put BP. There's BP. Where's SPP? Am I blind? There's P6. Where's SPP? Is it just not on this list? Workbench level 3. Okay. Yeah, it's just not on this level, this list here. Also grab BP and M61s, PvP, not PvP. Okay. Let's start getting this entered into our scripty script. And I want to actually talk about the printed circuit boards and the magnet first. And then we'll go into gunpowder, which will then be preceded by the things the gunpowder makes, which is bullets. Wrong one. There we go. All right. Let's try again, shall we? Gurler, Monstro Boy, Napalm, Athena, myself. Athena's just going off to the side. I don't know where you going, Athena, but go, Rosalina. She's like, there may have been some rats over there, but you know what I want? I want these worms. Napalm using that war beast as a tank. It's working great. All right, good work, everybody. We have 3 warriors and 15 gold, either of which could be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills going to Napalm with 16. Second place, a 3-way tie between Athena, myself, and Monster Boy. In third place with Gurler. Most assists to Athena with 6. Second place to Napalm with 1, and everyone else with 0. Going random in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop. Back to the map. Napalm with the warriors, Gurler with the gold. We'll go along this bottom route. I'm gonna go up here. There's that. Let me place a unit for Athena. Our musketeers can buff one another. Okay. Back to working on this massive script.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Ow. Rank up. Apparently I have 4 months of sub. Thank you, Scott Scappers. Even though I'm pretty like that's gifted subs from me, but you know what? That's fine. Whatever. Thank you, Scott Scappers, for being here and hanging out. I appreciate it. Where's the actual magnet craft? There it is. You appreciate the gifted sub, to be honest. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm gonna go ahead and change these around right now for my own sake. Do it like this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Shit. 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 There we go. What script am I working on? I'm working on a script for a YouTube video right now. And it's going to be a guide to the crafting skill in Escape from Tarkov. Is this the same format that I'm using down here? Yes. Okay. But it's going to be a fucking huge script. Even at the speed that I talk, it's going to end up being, it's going to be one chonky boy of a script. One chonky boy of a video. Chonky boy. There we go. That works better. Yeah, I'm working on at least getting this script ready. If I can record it, that'd be cool. I also have a couple other things that I want to... I'd like to get some editing done for some Vods. And I'd also like to maybe record a predictions video for the PlayStation event on Thursday. That's the goal. The script is taking longer than I thought, though. But it's such a big video. I'm so good at typing. So good at typing. Let's actually do this way. There we go. All right. So now we need... That is not the correct amount of time. Not even close. Is that the correct amount of time? Okay, I'm at 4 hours and 56 minutes, but that's after a 20% reduction. You know, this is a calculation that I have to do a lot in general, and I always forget the way to do it. 5 hours is 80% of what? Because, like, I know what the equation looks like, I think. Five is 80% of what? 80% of what number is 5? Five is 80% of 6.25. Okay. Good morning, Kaldris. 6 hours, 42 minutes. That one might actually be correct. Let me look. Let me look. That one is correct. That one has been updated. Okay. I wonder if it's updated on this page. No. Okay. How are you this morning, Kaldris? Doing okay. Have sick kiddo still. RSV can last week. Sad. And my kiddo wasn't feeling good last night, but I think it's because she didn't drink a single drop of water yesterday. That said, she's also an 11-year-old girl, so it could be other things. But we've since talked to her about that, and that didn't come up, and her saying that her tummy didn't feel good, so. Oh, God damn it. I didn't actually write the fucking time down. Everything going on. I'm sure we all had COVID. The RSV is only a cold. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you don't. Is everyone over there? Well, obviously, because kiddos might be too young, but is everyone else otherwise vaccinated? Uh, 8 hours. 16 min. It's tough on little kiddos. The poor Reeve is just snotty and miserable. My sister's son was in a similar state a couple of days ago. The poor kid just like was throwing up every like 15 to 30 minutes. He couldn't keep down water. Like, Last Breeze is doing good. You've been clung to nonstop all week. Oh, by Smalls. Mama, hold me. Right? Is that an accurate amount of time? No. 8.5. Was the M61s correct? Yes. Where's that window? What do I do with it? It's gone. Fuck. %. 80% of what number is 8.5? No. No. Yeah, I need 8.5 though. 8.5. There you go. 8.5 is like 10.6. Math? Yeah, Cheshire. I asked this specific question. I end up having to ask way too much, which is like, X is. I know that, like, we'll say that 7 is 80% of what the original number was. What is the original number? And I'm like, I fucking hate that calculation, but unfortunately I need it. My mom's calling. Hold on. Mama, what's up?
Level up!
the sea. Don't hide away the things you're feeling. Unlock your mind and lose the key. There's a universe inside you. You should never have to hide. I can see the stars inside you. Please just open up your eyes. There's a universe inside you. More than people know. I've seen you fighting your emotion. I hope you stay and won't let go. There's a universe inside you. So much love to leave behind. Stop the path of devastation. You should live for all the high. Inside you, you've got to give it room to breathe. So let the universe excite you, 'cause that's the way it's meant to be.
Face to face I found my pain beneath the lies and broken dreams. Lost the love I had in me, it tore me apart, fade away. I felt so lost, but I held on to what I had. For what it's worth, if you're feeling low, just know that you can, yes you can. There's life in love that you hold. Rise above and let it glow. Just know that it's never too late to make a change. Crash and burn, I found myself beneath the emptiness. Wanting more, I let it go. Holding on to love. Breaking through, I feel alive. For once in my life, I'm a live fight. The want to be all I can. Let the rest just crash and burn. Crash and burn. Oh wow, let it crash and burn. This one for the person who feels alone. This one for the hero who has no home. This one for the one who live for hope. Changing better days. Pick your head up, keep on fighting, living, loving. Make your mind up. If you want it, take it, fly away, soaring high above the clouds. Hear the voices calling out. All you love. Crash and burn, I found myself beneath the emptiness. Make your mind up. Wanting more, I let it go. Holding on to love. Breaking through, I feel alive. For once in my life, I'm a live fight. The want to be all I can. Let the rest just crash and burn. Crash and burn. Let the rest just crash and burn.
Round and round we go, losing self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Is this what we become? Strangers on the run, looking for something, chasing the sun. All those days, trying to find a place where you make them just be alone, alone. All those nights lying by your side, like it's a bright, feeling shine under your spotlight. Like it's a bright under your spotlight. That's the way every day goes. Looking back, I know we started falling. We were falling in love, yeah. Took my heart and you rode off. Was a feeling never enough for you, baby? When you left me chasing you, chasing you. Trying to find a place where we can be alone. All those nights lying by your side, like it's a bright, feeling shine under your spotlight.
as a heads up, I am no longer muted. If you'd like to say hi, Mom, they'd be able to hear you now.
Hi, everybody.
So, but yeah, I was like, I'm gonna talk to my mom while I work and stuff. I've had music playing and stuff for him as well, and I've been working when they can see what I've been working on. But I've been talking to you for the last fucking hour.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. If it was a big deal, I would have said something. But I know you don't have very many opportunities to talk.
I don't.
But I will let you go get some lunch. I love you. Bye, Mama.
I will see you Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Mama. Thank you for your patience, everybody. My mom hasn't called in quite some time. Like I said, we are not. I put it into chat. Me and my mother are not on great terms right now. For the first time in the 28 years that I've been alive, and that's because my mother is refusing to go get the COVID vaccine. So yeah, that's been a fun topic of conversation recently. But so I was like, well, if she's calling, I better take the opportunity to actually talk to her and then see if I can't give her just a little bit of encouragement to go get fucking vaccinated. It's really frustrating for me because she spent a year using me as a weapon, essentially. Like, she works with the public and has this entire time. She works in retail. And she would be, like, essentially yelling at people like, you guys need to go home. You guys need to social distance. You need to wear your mask. Why are you flooding into the stores and stuff like that? I want to see my son. Because, like, she's over 60, so she's high risk in that capacity. I have respiratory issues. I've had asthma my entire life, so I'm high risk. And so she was saying that for a fucking year, and then the vaccine came out, and she's like, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? Now that it's your responsibility, you're like, nah, I don't want to. You're like, what? No, you don't get to do that. I mean, I can't say that she can't do that, but at the same time, I'm like, but mom, go get the vaccine. She was nervous about it for reasons, but like here's the even like higher level of irony. She was so excited when my brother entered the military and was also excited when I entered the military because she was so glad that we would get vaccines that they don't give to the general public. Because one of the like early things you do at boot camp is they stab you like a fucking pincushion. I got like 8 shots on my right arm, 8 shots on my left arm, 1 in my forearm, and 1 in my butt. And they were all vaccines, right? And she was like, I'm so glad you got vaccinated because of all that stuff. And then as soon as the new vaccine comes out, she's like, no. I'm like, what? Where is your logic? I do not understand anything at all about what you are going for with this. Who is in your ear? Who is saying these things? Stop it. Stop it! What branch do you serve? The United States Marine Corps. But I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Mom? So dumb. So dumb. Okay, we have to find a trailer that I can use.
Make it epic.
I need to find a trailer that I can use for the Vods since we finished Yakuza Like a Dragon. So we're going to be checking out some trailers for Yakuza Like a Dragon so that I can figure out which one I'm going to use as the opening shot.
Turns out, all a hero
Aren't you proud of me for not making any crayon jokes? What are you talking about? Crayons are delicious.
and I'm going to play it my way.
That's alright, I didn't make any freaking chair force jokes or anything along those lines. I've had family members in all branches of the military, so like the whole like rival branches has always seemed super silly to me. Like you're all working towards the same goal, aren't you?
Too mean to take on yourself.
Also, after playing the game, holy shit, this trailer shows literally the entire fucking game.
Anything's possible. And I mean anything. I summon you.
Nancy!
What the? These are my friends. This is my quest. And we're about to rise to the top.
The whole fucking game was in this trailer. The whole fucking game. The final boss, the fucking like oh my god. Is this that same trailer?
All I wanted to be was know how to make an entrance. You can tell us what the hell is going on here.
Get this man a diaper.
Thank you for the hydrate, Dark, and thank you for the hydrates and posture checks and stuff, and thank you everybody for who is hanging out while I talk to my mom.
I'm sure all of us here are a little crazy, but that's the best part of being friends.
These trailers need I'm home. Welcome home, Dimden.
Some people are like you, charging in head first without a thought.
Let's get started, shall we? How about we don't?
I think this might end up being the one we use.
To the heroes of tomorrow.
I was like finding other vets on here that aren't just like the worst people ever. Dude, you know, okay, so if we want to get really real, really real, it's kind of how I just feel about fucking Americans in general. Just like, oh God, are you a shitbag?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh God, thank God you're not a shitbag. Oh God, like, cause seriously, man, there's so many people in the world that just like fucking suck so much, and it makes me so sad. How I feel about people in general on here. It's such a big thing, right? And it's one of the things that like always makes me nervous about like doing raids. And I know that you and me already had this conversation, Napalm, as well as with like Mirror Tag and Lunar Droid and stuff like that, of that like Athena had this really wonderful gift given to her in the form of that when she started streaming on Twitch, she started streaming on Twitch Sings. And Twitch Sings had this wonderful culture around it of being able to do these duets with one another. And so you would effectively kind of get to meet somebody without needing to directly talk to them by singing songs with them. And so there was this introduction between streamers that existed through the form of Twitch Sings. So she made a lot of really good streamer friends through Twitch Sings. But for people that aren't in that position, that didn't do Twitch Sings, it's really hard because you're all like, understandably, you're very focused on yourself and very focused on like what you're working on and what you're doing and stuff like that. And like a lot of us do watch streams, but the streams we watch are either like friends or like, you know, the big names, like, and there's no reason at all for a little streamer to raid a big one. There's nothing there, right? Like everyone probably already knows those names. And even if they don't, it's not gonna do anything. Thank you so much for the follow, Lunar owns Twitch. Thank you. And so, but you want to raid people that are relatively your own size, because then you'll actually have a chance to like share. Not necessarily even share communities, but because I don't normally see I don't normally see within most circumstances a blending of communities. People normally want to watch only the people they'll watch. They'll normally go and hang out with a streamer if they raid somebody, but the number of people that will stay or come back, actually, the number of people that will come back to a raided streamer after that raid is over is very, 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 very small, right? Super, super low, which isn't bad. So it's more about building connections between streamers, but it's hard to do with just like time, right? And otherwise, the other problem that then there exists is that like you're rolling a dice on the type of person that you're bringing your community to, right? And sometimes, even like you said, Napalm, you'll do a vibe check and you'll go in, you're like, this person seems cool. And so you'll raid them. And then 15 minutes after that raid, they're dropping in-bombs and shit. You're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, everybody. I brought you to a horrible person and I apologize, right? And you're just like, I'm sorry. And it's one of the things that makes like raiding really difficult, because there are so many like just like bad people on here. There's also so many people that are just amazingly like two-faced, that are just so good at bouncing between like how I feel who they actually are and who they're showing to people, right? Because like, for instance, I was playing Tarkov yesterday. I wasn't streaming, I was just playing Tarkov, and we got in a fight and we ended up winning the fight, and the person that was that one of the people we killed had TTV in their name, and we went and visited them as we went and checked to see if they were actually a streamer. There's a lot of people on Tarkov that have TTV in their name, not streamers. But anyway, this person was streaming, they were live. And I went in and I was like, oh, hey, you know, GG's, blah, blah, good fight, blah, 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 blah. And they seemed super chill. They seemed super cool, right? Like, I was like, all right, you seem cool. And I was like, you know, they were streaming. I want to see what the fight was from their perspective. So after I had already said goodbye and stuff, I went into their VOD and rewound back to see the fight in Tarkov, because it was a long fight. It was a pretty long range fight where we're rotating around one another and stuff like that, trying to get angles, sniping at one another and stuff. So it was a pretty lengthy fight. And so I rewound the VOD, and they're just this like vitriolic, toxic person using offensive language, and you never would have known from the perspective of when I came in. Like, I didn't raid them. I mean, like I said, I wasn't streaming, I didn't raid them, but I popped in to say hey, and they were super cool and chill. But I went back to watch them streaming earlier, and I was like, wow, this person is not a good person. And it was the duality of those two sides were just wild, with just how insanely different they were, right? I was like, dang, that is not the same person at all. Like, just insanely different people. You're gonna throw the stream up, so that will be a Lurkerino for me. Thanks, Dark. I appreciate it. It's scary how people can mask like that. It is, and it's not. The thing is, it's not uncommon. Like, that's the thing, is it's not uncommon. Like, I'll be straight with you. The person I am on camera is not exactly like the person that I am off camera. Like, but the person who I am is the same. My general, I'm a little bit more laid back, I guess, when I'm off camera, because it's like, here I'm trying to be entertaining, I want to be active, I want to present to you, right? Like, that's why you're watching, is whether because you like me or it's entertaining or whatever, I want to provide a good experience for you. So the way that I'm like talking right now and stuff like that, in terms of like the actual like cadence and stuff, is more about like a stage performance, right? Because like I do live announcing. I'll announce for live sporting events and stuff like that, and you just talk differently because it's more engaging to the ears. But I don't talk this exact same way when I am off camera. But the person that I am is generally the same. The person that I am, in terms of like my political views, the words that I will use. I mean, I'm not exactly shy of using the words shit, damn, fuck, tits, ass on my stream, right? It's marked mature for a reason. So the language that I use generally ends up staying the same. That's a good way to phrase it, Napalm. My values are still the same. And the level of respect that I offer to people is still the same. There's just a difference in terms of like the general like bubbliness for the sake of entertainment, in terms of what's being shown and provided for the sake of entertainment value, rather than the idea of like, oh, someone's watching, I better be a good boy with a smile right now, and then like earlier when they weren't here, I'm gonna be dropping a whole bunch of fucking bombs. Like, oh my god. I've had people be in calls that have been vouched for that, turn around and drop the R word. Kaldris, the R word, unless Napalm is referring to something else, is a word that we no longer use anymore because it is often referred to the mentally handicapped. it's a word that I definitely used to use all the fucking time 10 years ago as a high schooler. It's no different than like the word gay, right? It used to be that 10 years ago, anything that wasn't like cool or anything that wasn't awesome, that's so gay. And we still use that word. We still use gay, but we just use it for, that's very gay. That's a gay person. That's some really, really, like, look at all those fucking rainbows, right? So, like, gay is still used in a lot of vernacular, but now it's used to more describe, like, the actual, like, identity of somebody who is gay or something that is directed towards gay individuals and stuff like that. The R word, on the other hand, is something that has kind of just went out the window. Like, we just don't use it anymore outside of retardants. That is a fire retardant. It is, you know, it handicaps and hinders fire, but that is never going to be used in context of anything else, because that is a more mechanical purpose rather than if you find something to be stupid, find something to be silly, you don't like something that happened in a game, you no longer say that is the R word, you say that sucks, you know, or that's, you know, stupid. Or throttle talk on airplanes? That one doesn't come through for me. So, like, it is one of the things that is really rough, like, both in terms of, like, the people you meet and especially the people online, especially because, like, it's so easy to hide who you are online. I don't, right? Like my handle is Schwan. My last name in real life is Schwan. It's been a nickname, like, you know, military background, and also my first name's Michael. Michael's a pretty common name, so you get turned into Mikes, Mikeys. I hate being called Mike or Mikey. So a lot of the times, if there's more than one Michael, they become Michael. I become Schwan because there's not many of us. There's not many Schwans, right? And so, like, my face and my name are out front. So, like, I am very responsible for me, right? Like, I don't have a handle or a avatar to hide behind. I don't got a little anime avatar and my name is, you know, Pussy Slayer 69 while I type out the most vitriolic racist shit that I possibly can think of, right? Is that no one can track me down because of the anonymity of the internet. I'm here. I'm here in face and name. I got nothing to hide behind. I'm also just a major slowing down a throttle uses that word. Oh, really? Really? I didn't know that it uses that word. Of course, I've never had a whole lot of experience with airplanes. That would make sense that you did, Napalm, being in the Air Force. I had wanted to be a pilot originally, but my eyesight was too bad, so I couldn't be a pilot. So I ended up enlisting into Recon Special Forces instead. I'm also just a major nerd and have always been out of touch of slang, especially derogatory slang. That's not a bad thing, Keldris. In fact, I would ultimately say that's a great thing, because most slang comes from the idea of being derogatory towards a certain group of people. I mean, even the word lame has derogatory roots, right? Now, a lot of the times we don't really think of it that way because the modernized, like, use of that word is more about things that suck, right? Like, that's more what that translates to the vast majority of people nowadays, at least from my perspective. And so we don't really think of that word in that way anymore. But that's where it did originally come from. That's where that originally came from. This should be like too many fucking files. 31. 1, 2. Is there any doubles? I think there was some days that we had to reset. 26. Here's one, I think. No. I bet this is one. This is a day that I think we are having issues. Yeah, this is all one day here. Okay. Hope you didn't make me uncomfortable. Never want to make you follow conversation paths you'd like to avoid. So I'm a very open person. I love talking, right? That's why I almost always have exclamation point AMA in my stream title, because I will be happy if you ask me basically anything, because I love talking and I have a lot of opinions and I have a lot of things that I will happily talk about. If for any reason something comes up that I would be uncomfortable talking about, I would just outright say, I'm not comfortable talking about that. Or I'll admit I don't know enough to talk about that. Like, I definitely think that's one of the problems that people have today, is that people are so unwilling to admit ignorance. And I don't mean ignorance in a derogatory way. There are things that I just do not know enough about to genuinely speak on, right? Like, it's like I can give you an off-the-cuff thing of, you know, like a headline or something like that, but that won't be a very clear, good, and genuine opinion. And, you know, people are too afraid to say, I don't know. I really genuinely think that's a problem that we have today, is people are too unwilling to admit when they do not know something. And I think that's something that society as a whole could work on, because the thing is, not knowing something isn't a bad thing. Being wrong isn't a bad thing. I mean, sometimes it can be. I mean, you can be wrong about like a math calculation and it causes the train to derail and a whole bunch of people die. Like that's an unfortunate circumstance. That's a bad time to be wrong. But being wrong in general, in terms of like, you know, when it comes to like a conversation or a debate about something, is not a bad thing. And it's not bad to admit that you're wrong, because if you're wrong and you discover that you're wrong, or it's proven that you're wrong, guess what? You now have the opportunity to be correct, and to always be correct moving forward, because you were wrong once, and now you can, you just have to go, damn, I was wrong. Sorry about that. All right, let's join the side that's correct. Let's join the side that's right. And then you never have to fucking worry about it again, right? But people just want to dig in their heels and not ever find themselves in that situation or position, because they just like are so like in the inability to admit that you're wrong. Bootage, rough bootage. You never even thought of Mike as a possibility of my name? Good. It's not bad to me. Sort of think military is inevitable, so many young people. Sort of. Yes and no, right? Like, because you can say that, yes, but young people learn their language and learn a good portion of their behavior from somewhere. There is a conversation we have of nature versus nurture, and I do believe that is a very real thing. Both of those have influences on the development of a young mind. Sometimes it is nature and sometimes it is nurture. Both of those things go hand in hand. I don't believe it is ultimately one over the other. But also with that, though, is that things like language and things like what is acceptable and what is not, and where words come from and what they mean and who they could hurt, those are things that we teach children. Like, that is something that they learn from us and nowhere else. I mean, and when I say us, I mean society, adults, the people around them. I don't necessarily mean just your parents, because you can learn things from people that aren't your parents, and then that's, you know, you're like, and that's where the parent gets to go, where the hell did you learn that from? Is this actually Two Dead Dudes, or did I load the wrong one? Okay. The answer is I loaded the wrong one. Love straight talk like that? Me too. I love conversation. Thoughts on fluffy pink unicorns? I love fluffy things. I like most pink things. I like unicorns. So, I need more fluffy pink unicorns in my life. I have a lot of negativity towards military culture these days. But one thing it was extremely helpful for me was exposing me to people I would have never met where I live. Different religions, ethnicities, and upbringings. True facts. While there is still problems with things like racism and religious discrimination and things within the military, it's gotten a lot better. And a lot of the times everyone shares the idea of like the ultimate mission here is greater than, you know, whether you wear headgear or not, you know, like whether you want to wear a necklace that says a thing or not. Your 7-year-old declared unicorns are so last year. Damn it. We're so old. When the battle be ready? Shit, how long has that been ready for? I'm sorry, y'all.
On the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling.
Never giving up my skinny jeans and side part. Gonna be like those ladies still wearing feathered hair. Whatever. Who even gives a shit? The only people that give a shit about the way that other people look and dress anymore are old people. Most young people I know, even like Zoomers and super young people, are like, I don't care, wear whatever you want. Like anyone that is like 40 years and younger are all just like, I don't fucking care. Don't be a piece of shit. Like, for me, sometimes when I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong and learn from that to form a better thought on a subject, but not much else for a thing of at the time. Maybe bothered to learn much more than that, because either I'll learn more when I'm interested in learning it, or the person I'm talking to about the subject will teach me anyway. I don't feel like you need to go out and immerse yourself in the pursuit of knowledge. I mean, if you're somebody that enjoys that, you can, but it's just about the willingness to admit that you might have the wrong knowledge, you know? Going random on the monks, going to Kaldris, back to the map. But I do think that's where a lot of people struggle, is even admitting that the things that they might have learned one day, they learned incorrectly. But that's also where I have more properly, like, brought myself to the idea, and this is another thing that I think a lot of people need to, like, better learn and better take to heart, is that just because somebody has been in your life for a longer portion of time doesn't mean that they still have to be. And I know that's really hard for some people to, like, realize and accept and admit, like, but it's something that, like, I think that it's another one of those things that, like, once you learn and understand that people grow and people change, and that sometimes you grow apart, that you will find a better, happier life. And you can surround, that doesn't mean you're going to end up alone. It just means you need to find new people that better align with who you are today. It's one of the things that I tweeted about the other day, because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was struggling, like, emotionally, because we are friends with a couple of people, and I have since very heavily distanced myself from these people, right? Not to say that they're bad people, just like nothing in my life really aligns with them anymore. And we used to be extremely close friends, and the friend that I was talking to, I am still extremely close friends with, and he was just expressing his frustrations with the situation, right? He's just, like, so frustrated with, like, their behavior. And it's one of the things that I, like, genuinely wanted to talk to him about, was, like, you know, I haven't spent much time with those people in a long time because the problem is that I've grown and changed and they haven't. And that's been the problem, right? Is that they haven't evolved. People should change, right? Like, as time goes on, you should change. Like, your views and your opinions and, like, everything that you go through in life will affect who you are. And if you haven't changed in 7 years, 10 years, that's not healthy. Like, that means you're not being exposed to enough of the world, or you're not, like, paying attention to enough of the world. It could be a part of it as well. It's not to say that you're going to become a completely different person, but you're going to evolve and grow and change. And if you're not, that is something that I think should be a concern for both yourself and for those around you. Of like, man, why am I still the exact same person I was 10 years ago? Because I can tell you, I am nowhere close to the person that I was 10 years ago. I saw a picture of myself recently, and this is going to be a visual thing, but I saw a picture of myself from 10 years ago, and I looked at it, and beyond both just physical appearance, but my brain looked at that picture of me 10 years ago and did not know who it was. Like, did not know who it was at all. And like, my brain even took a moment to try and think of like the mental space, right? Of like, 'cause you'll see a picture of yourself, and like, maybe you'll remember a little bit from that point in time, right? You'll remember like what you were doing at the time, what your hobbies were, what you were going through, etc., and stuff like that. Like, maybe you would have those things. I looked at that picture and my brain went, I don't know who the fuck that is. Like, I don't know who that is, because that's not me. Like, I recognize that that's who I probably was, but I don't know who that is anymore. And that was a very interesting thing for my brain to go through, to just realize just how different I am today from who I was even just 10 years ago. And the more that I've come to those realizations of like who I am today versus who I was, is also part of the reason that like I've drifted away from a whole bunch of my friends over the years. And it sucks. You would have liked to, of course we would have liked to have seen them grow alongside us, right? And we move forward together and not have to lose those friendships, but that's just not the way that the world works. And I feel like if you try and death grip onto those things, it's just going to be unhealthy for everybody involved. Both you, the person you're clinging onto, and the people that are around both of you. It's just not going to go well. It's one of the things that I've been like wrestling with recently, is that like my best friend for the last like 15 years, I've just really in the last few years started to drift away from them. And that sucks, right? It's like, oh man, you're my fucking friend for more than a decade, and I'm still just like, yeah, why aren't you better? You know? I feel like even just before COVID is fuzzy. I barely have contact with people before kids. Now it's hard to make friends of the 30-something. Yeah. That's one of the benefits, I think, of online stuff, though. Like, I've made friends through streaming and through gaming and stuff like that. Like, I know that they're not here right now, but, like, I consider Eve Mo, to be a very close friend of mine. They're hanging out in chat all the time. I play games with them and stuff. They live in fucking Norway, man. I don't know what this person looks like, but they're a good friend to me. Same with like Dark was in here earlier. That's a good friend, you know, that I've seen them because they streamed on occasion, and otherwise I play Tarkov with them. Same with like Dimden, and Dimden I didn't even necessarily meet through streaming. Dimden I just randomly got into a voice call with in someone else's Discord server, and we've become pretty good friends since then. streaming has helped that for me and my wife. It does help. I mean, streaming obviously isn't for everybody, but definitely part of streaming for me is it does chase away the loneliness. Because, like, I will admit, like, I'm a chronically lonely person. Like, and it's one of the reasons that I love, I know for a fact it's one of the reasons that I love conversation so much. Like, the reasons that I thrive on conversation is because, like, literally just having a conversation with somebody makes my brain make the happy juices. And it doesn't even need to be about anything specific. Like, the whole idea that humans are, like, social creatures is very true. And, like, boy, am I. That's why it's like, you want to talk about fucking Cheetos? Let's go. I'm ready to talk about some goddamn Cheetos. You know why? Because it makes my brain happy to talk to somebody about something. Oh. I'm gonna pause this for just a second. Should be like right here. Ripple delete. Shang-Chi was awesome. Highly recommend. You know, I have not paid attention to like ever. I was paying pretty heavy attention to the Marvel Cinematic Universe until Endgame, and then I saw Spider-Man: Homecoming or Far From Home, whatever one came out after Endgame. Homecoming was the first one. Far From Home was the second one. No Way Home is the new one that hasn't come out yet. But after that, I was like, all right, well, that was a fun journey. Don't know how much I care anymore. Like,
let's get started, shall we? How about we don't? Let's go! To the heroes of tomorrow.
nice. Nice. That's all I want. That's just going to go at the front of the VODs for on YouTube. Especially love and support people of color-focused movies, non-Western culture mythology. Yep. Big mood. It barely felt connected to Marvel Universe, but it have a few tie-ins. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good to know. It means it can more easily be enjoyed on its own. Especially once they started all of the, like, Disney Plus series. Like, I know that some of those are really good, but it's just, like, too much now. Like, when it was one movie every 3 months or whatever, I was like, yeah, I can do that. But now it's, like, a movie every 3 months, plus a show, plus this, plus that, plus this and that and the other. And I'm like, It was fun, guys. It's fun. Peace out. Like, it's a fucking lot. It is. Because, like, I have a friend. I should fucking text him. I've not texted him in, like, a goddamn year because COVID. He super comic book fan, right? Like, loves DC, loves Marvel, all of that. Fucking loves it. And so, like, I enjoy it, right? I never collected comics as a kid or anything like that, but he fucking loves it. And so his excitement, I would, like, be there to support and would go along with him to all the Marvel stuff. And I would enjoy the shit out of him, right? Like, so we'd end up going to see most of the Marvel movies in the opening week. And I would go with him. But now that they've expanded so much, I'm like, I can't keep up, buddy. I'm sorry. Rewatching the movies to introduce them to the kids, and it's taken so long. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. How much time do we have? 15 minutes? Till the next, till the last battle. I do want to try. I do PlayStation Showcase. What are other people predicting for the PlayStation Showcase? I want to make a short prediction video and bet some gifted subs on it just because I find that to be fun. So what are other people betting on that I would feel comfortable betting on? God of War Ragnarok. Final Fantasy 7 Part 2? No. I mean, I'll go ahead and place a bet on it, Kaldris, but I will place a sizable bet on the idea that it's not gonna happen. That's the thing. Like, you can place a bigger bet on things that you are confident won't be announced. Last of Us Part 2 factions? I don't even care. SOCOM. I loved SOCOM. More wishful thinking? Yeah. Forspoken, Bloodborne Remastered. What are other people predicting? God of War, Gran Turismo 7, Uncharted Collection to PC. We know that that's happening, so we just don't know. Marvel Spider-Man 2? I feel like it would be really fast for Spider-Man 2. Last of Us remake reveal. Fucking why? Stop it. Man, these predictions suck. I don't even like any of these. None of these are exciting. Where's the third-party shit? They said they're going to be third-party stuff there. I'm excited for the larger world. Big same. Big same. Leaks and predictions you should know about. All right. God of War 2, Gran Turismo 7, Uncharted Collection, a multiplayer standalone title from Naughty Dog. These are all the same. You don't have any. None of you had anything more exciting. Fuck. Didn't Max put out a video on this? All right, Max, what are you betting? Hold on. We're gonna watch Maximilian real quick and see if I can't leech off of him. Like, what is Max betting on?
You've been awfully patient, and we thank you for that.
Isn't there an Alien game in production?
What we've been working on.
Alien's
Thursday,
Fire
September
Team just
9th
came
at
out.
1 p.m. Pacific for a look at the future of PS5. The showcase will weigh in about 40 minutes that include updates from Sony PlayStation Studios and some of the industry's most imaginative developers. So yeah, first and third party for games releasing this holiday and beyond. And stick around for a presentation to get more updates from some of the studio teams featured in the showcase. Oh, okay. So it's like, wait a minute, is that going to be taking up the time of the 40 minutes? No. PS5 VR will not be in here. There will be plenty of great PS5
Max knows stuff. Max does know stuff, but he's also been doing this for his fucking entire life.
Okay, 28 minutes dedicated to Deathloop.
Thank you for the alert, Napalm.
This is happening already. I'm going to throw out what you guys think is likely and not likely. So, number one, things that are likely. God of War, right? Very, 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 very good chance that God of War will be shown off in some way.
I don't want to bet on God of War because God of War is meaningless to me.
There's a good chance this could be gameplay. Very good chance it could be actually a gameplay presentation of some kind that involves God of War Ragnarok. Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't think there's going to be much on Horizon here. We just got an update regarding Horizon's release, and we didn't even get, not that long ago, a big Horizon Zero Dawn presentation. Like an entire
we got the release
direct
date. It's coming out
Horizon.
soon.
To me,
there might be a trailer for it, and that's it.
Horizon, because we just, the last thing they did was show that. And a release date? I think we got that already, right? I think we already got that for Horizon. Final Fantasy 16. That's a low chance. Final Fantasy 16 being here, I think, is a low-ass chance. If FF16 was going to appear somewhere, it'd probably be a Tokyo Game Show.
So here's the problem, and Max might say on these same things, right? Final Fantasy 16 is something that I'm looking forward to. And originally, Yoshi P, when they originally announced Final Fantasy 16, they had a very ambitious release window for it. And I'm pretty sure that due to COVID and stuff like that, it's just gotten pushed out. Originally, they were he kind of hinted at wanting it to be released by the end of 2021, which it is now September 2021, right? And I don't know if we're going to see that at this point. We might see it 2022, and that's a big might. Like, I could see it end of 2022 if they're making good progress on the development of it. I do believe the development of Final Fantasy 14 is going to be smoother than some previous Final Fantasy games. Yoshi P is using a lot of assets from Final Fantasy 14, which is he's very, 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 very familiar with, which should make the ultimate development process of Final Fantasy 16 much quicker and much smoother. But it's still a sizable game with a sizable team and a sizable project, so I'm not sure if that's actually going to be something that even lends that much ease of production into the creation of Final Fantasy 16. And I'm not sure how Square Enix is jockeying Forspoken and Final Fantasy 16, because these games are like, they're not necessarily direct competitors with one another, but Square Enix, when it comes to their JRPGs, has this like process of like, we won't really give focus to one game until the game before it is out. Like we saw this with Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? We knew it was coming, but they did not talk about it until like a month after Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. Everything was Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts. And then as soon as Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, they're like, cool, FF7 remake. And then as soon as the remake was done, they're like, by the way, here's some other shit we're working on. So I'm not sure where Forspoken and Final Fantasy 16 are, and if they're actually being seen as competitors to one another in terms of like Square Enix's release. Whichever, if they are, which I feel like Forspoken is feeling like the one that's coming closer because we've seen more on it and some more trailers and stuff on it and discussion around it from the developers themselves. And if they are being seen as products within the same space, whichever one's going to be coming out first, we'll say it's Forspoken. It'll be just Forspoken. And then as soon as Forspoken is out, within a month of Forspoken being out, it'll be Final Fantasy 16, FF16, until FF16 comes out, right? And then as soon as FF16 comes out, after that, unless there's something else in there, I imagine is when we'll see Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. And then as soon as Part 2 comes out, we'll whatever is coming out after that. But Square Enix largely will not dual promote their products. They will promote a single product within the RPG space until that one comes out and then focus on the next one. So wherever they're at, we might get a better hint of that in this PlayStation showcase. If we see a good amount of Forspoken, then we're probably going to get Forspoken first, and then we won't hear anything about Final Fantasy 16 until afterwards, or maybe vice versa.
Be at their event, but the chance of it even being at their event is pretty low. I think if it does show up here, that's a very unlikely thing to happen, you know? Because the developers already said that they're waiting until they're ready, and that they might not have it ready by TGS. People are saying FF7 Remake Part 2. Chat. You're not seeing anything on that game until 16 is out. And there's a game you might see here. You might see Forspoken. This is where Forspoken could show up. Anyway, you're not seeing anything on FF7 Remake Part 2 until Forspoken and FF16 are out. And considering they said that it's going to be very difficult for them to make 16 make Tokyo Game Show, then, you know. Bluepoint acquisition. There is something that
they want
is
their
a
Final Fantasy 16 money before they start getting you ready to give them money for Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2.
The guys that made, you know, Shadow of the Colossus Remaster and Demon Souls Remaster, that they're now a part of the official Sony library of developers. I think that could happen here. But you don't announce like, hey, we got a studio, you know, check them out. Look what they've done. We got them. Without being like, here's what they're working on, you know? You usually don't just acquire a studio without them having a project that's going to be yours at some point in the future. So if they do announce, which I think is likely, Bluepoint showing up as an official PlayStation 5, like PlayStation partner going forward, that they also announce a game. And I don't know what that is going to be, right? I have no idea, but I got some pretty big hopes, right? As far as what Bluepoint could be working on. Don't even want to mention it. I almost don't even want to discuss it at all. But there's all those crazy rumors of them working on a Metal Gear and a Silent Hill and all this kind of crazy shit, making Legend of Dragoon and all this stuff. I'm willing to put 250 gift subs.
I'm not doing those big numbers.
Is announced as an official PlayStation partner next week at this event, and they announced that the next game they're working on is a Bloodborne Remaster in the same vein as Demon Souls. I think I'd want that even more than Bloodborne 2. I think just getting Bloodborne in a better way than the original release of the game is likely one of the most wanted games that I have out there right now. I just want to play Bloodborne, the original one, again, but better. To me, it's like, you don't even need to make a new game.
In a way that it doesn't suck.
Put Bloodborne at a better frame rate and a better resolution, and you're good. Maybe touch up some of the small things, the issues the game has, because it doesn't have a ton of big problems. Outside of, like, fucking weird online and shit. The game doesn't really have that many issues. It does have some stuff that they could fix, especially with like blood gems and stuff like that. Bluepoint doing remasters? Well, remaster / remake, you know? That's like the best possible thing that could happen. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Which is why I'm betting, you know, upwards of hundreds and hundreds of dollars. What is Bluepoint making their own IP finally? Telling you right now, after 10 years of remaking Sony IPs to profound effect, Sony doesn't scoop up Bluepoint and then they're like, hey, now you do your own thing. You know? Spider-Man 2? You guys don't think this is too early for Spider-Man 2? I guess. I think that's really
I don't see it just because Miles Morales is not that old.
That feels like it's about a year too early.
Yep.
Yeah. Like about maybe 1
Miles
year
Morales
too
just came
early.
out.
And Marvel Games already has a ton of games. Like they got their card strategy game and they got Guardians on the horizon coming out like this year. They will announce a new controller in a different color, says HD. Yeah, that's a very high likelihood. Street Fighter 6? Oh, chat. I'm going to tell you once again, there's going to be no Street Fighter 6 here. And the reason there is no Street Fighter 6 is because Street Fighter 5 is not done. You have to wait for Luke to be out in Street Fighter 5. You're going to have to wait for that shit to happen. You're not getting any Capcom game announcements. Well, except Pragmata. Pragmata maybe could be here. Really hard to say because when was the last time Pragmata was shown, chat?
2020.
Like over a year ago?
Yeah.
Maybe a year and some months ago. It's been quite a long time.
It was E3 2020. Pragmata.
And it did look really cool from what we saw, but I don't know. Really depends. It's weird that it hasn't been shown off in any way at all. Any fighting game announcements of any kind? Probably not. Considering this is like a next generation PlayStation 5 showcase? No. And considering the fact that KOF 15 is going to have a huge presentation at Tokyo Game Show a couple weeks after this? Definitely not. Oh, yes, Kenna. Whatever the hell that game is, chat. Kenna. Spirits and Blades.
Kenna.
Blades of the Spirit, whatever the hell it is. Definitely going to be Kenna. That'll be here. That's a very high likelihood. Yeah, Resident Evil.
Shit, that game comes out in like
Resident
2
Evil 8
weeks. Fuck.
DLC, Resident Evil Village DLC. I could absolutely seeing that being here. Reverse? Oof, fuck. Does anyone care? Does anyone care if Reverse? Ghostwire Tokyo isn't out yet? What the hell? That kitty cat game, yes. Whatever the hell that kitty cat game is, that's probably going to be here. Stray. Thank you. That's what it was called.
You're
I'm mostly
welcome.
thinking of like updates and revisiting of things that have already existed. I'm not really thinking of the brand new things that could be shown. Is this the show where we finally see, you know, Silent Hill? Or Silent Hills, whatever the hell it is?
No.
DFO from ArcSys? That won't be here. Dungeon Fighter Online from ArcSys will probably be at Tokyo Game Show, if anywhere. Resident Evil 4 Remake, you are about a year and a half too early. I think Forspoken is a very high likelihood of being here. Yeah. I think Forspoken. I think, if anything, this might not be the Final Fantasy 16 event, but the event where we see more on Forspoken. Because that was announced, like, what? Like a year ago now? Feels like it wasn't that long ago, but I guess
More
it
than
was. NRS game? I'd say normally maybe, but no. If there is a new NRS game that is going to be coming out next year, the new NRS game will be announced at Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards at the end of the year. That'll be like a December announcement. I would
Didn't they
like
completely
to think
scrap
that
Silent
hidden
Hills?
Elden Ring footage that everyone's been
The
holding
original
on to and
project,
talking
yes,
about
but there's been lots of
will
like
eventually be released by this
rumors
time.
and like
Yeah, there's
supposed
actually
leaks
quite
that
a
have
few
come
things that
out
could be here.
that have insinuated that somebody is working on a Silent Hill reboot remake of some sort. Of some sort. Okay. So I'm not going to record a video for this. I'm just going to speak here for posterity's sake, and I'll put an announcement in the Discord as well as on Twitter. I assume there will be more Silent Hill content someday. Maybe. Konami's such a fuck. Like, Konami is making all of their money off of their literal slot machines that they don't actually care about making traditional games anymore in terms of like a traditional console release. They're making so much money off their gambling machines that they don't have a reason to actually like put money into a proper product anymore. Okay. So let me get a Konami used to be so amazing. You are correct. They did used to be so amazing. Okay. So we're going to go PlayStation Showcase predictions. Okay. This is how we're doing this. Instead of making a proper YouTube video, I'm going to make my predictions here. And I will post this onto Twitter as well as Discord for posterity's sake. Okay. So we are going to go with... So Forspoken, I do believe it will be there, okay? But the thing that I'm actually going to bet on is a release date. If we get a release date, 5 gifted subs, okay? So, because I bet on this last time. I thought we were going to have a fucking release date for Forspoken at the goddamn, whatever it was, at the Game Awards. I think it was the Game Awards or the Summer Games Fest or whatever. And it was there. No release date. Forspoken, if we get a release date for it, 5 gifted subs, okay? I don't actually believe that we will see anything for Final Fantasy 16 and absolutely nothing for Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2. I could put a bet out there just like for funsies, but I'm putting this bet on Forspoken on the idea that it could actually happen. And rather than just like, yeah, I'll bet 20 gifted subs, you know, it won't work. It won't happen. There's no point in betting it. It would just be a waste of life. That said, I am going to join Max on the idea of a Bloodborne something. Okay. So here's what we'll do. Okay. Well, hang on. So Bloodborne is a PlayStation exclusive, right? Elden Ring is right around the corner. It's not a PlayStation. God, I'm so uncomfortable. Ah! It's not a PlayStation exclusive, but it is from that same relative company in that same relative space. So it makes me question if we actually will see anything for Bloodborne there. We might see something for Elden Ring. I know it's not solely on the PlayStation platform, but they will want those sales all the same. And they'll want people to think that they need to buy it and play it on PlayStation. We already have a release date for Elden Ring, so there's not really anything to bet for Elden Ring. There's not going to be anything new coming from Software until Elden Ring comes out. So we're going to focus on the Bloodborne thing. But do we want to place a bet for Bloodborne 2? Or do we want to place a... Well, Bloodborne 2 would probably need to come from Software. 25 gold, 2 paladins, and a barbarian. Any of which can be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills going to Kaldris with 7. Most assists to Talhers with 3. Napalm also picking up 7 kills. Scott Scabbard with 6. 2 people with 4 with Solvalent and Elder Gun. Going random in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop. Kildress with the gold, Gurler with the barbarian, Solvalent with the paladin. Back to the map. I'm going to close that down. Okay. So I'm going to go Bloodborne. Here's how I'll describe this, okay? Next gen Bloodborne. Next gen Bloodborne, 5 gifted subs. Okay? I will be amazed if this actually happens. But these are the 2 things that I can immediately think of that I would want the most from this PlayStation Showcase. Is next gen Bloodborne, or, you know, or Bloodborne 2, but I don't think we'll see that just because that would be a new development rather than an improval of one. So next gen Bloodborne. I'm not going to place any bets on anything coming from Bluepoint. They just recently finished Demon Souls. They were acquired by PlayStation, but I don't think that they're at a position to actually announce anything yet. Also, if it is any of the things that Max mentioned, which has been mentioned multiple times before, Silent Hill remake, Metal Gear Solid remake, Legend of Dragoon remake, which that one's not happening, you guys. I don't know how to tell you this. There will not be, especially not from Bluepoint, a remake of Legend of Dragoon. Sorry, it's not happening. It's not. No, it's not happening. So, if it was, if it was any of those, it'd be Metal Gear. But I want Legend of Dragoon. I feel for you. I understand. I played that game. I've played through it a couple of times. It's a great game. Actually, it's a good game. I won't say it's a great game. It's a good game. It was great when it came out, okay? That's what I'll say. Today, it's a good game. In 2021 fucking years ago. Ugh. That was 21 years ago. It was a great game. Today, it's a good game. It didn't sell nearly well enough, nor is it heralded or talked about enough today in any official spaces to make it something that I believe that Sony would ever be willing to throw actual money at. You may one day see a shitty remaster with just like updated resolutions, some texture maps, and that's it. Just to like release it on modern platforms, but I don't believe you'll see a remake. It's not big enough. It wasn't big enough then, it's not big enough now. I don't care enough about Horizon, Spider-Man, or God of War. Team Ninja is working on what about Final Fantasy Origin? Stranger of Paradise. We played that. We played the demo for it. The Final Fantasy Dark Souls. Was that given like a... I don't think it was given even a release window. It was given 2022. No fixed release date, but Team Ninja has stated the game will launch sometime in 2022. It's supposed to be on everything, though. If it's on multiple platforms, I don't know if it'll be at the PlayStation Showcase, right? The demo that we played and they took a bunch of feedback on also wasn't that long ago, to where I'm not sure if they're actually ready to announce anything on it. trying to think of what other companies, like Bandai Namco, their stuff comes out this week. Like Tales of Arise, like there might be a Tales of Arise trailer at the PlayStation Showcase because the game launches the same day as the showcase, so they could use it as one last like big advertising push for the game. I'll put 5 gifted subs in for Stranger of Paradise. I honestly don't think it'll be there. I think it's too soon since the beta and the last announcement. Tokyo Game Show, they might have something. Thank you for the hydrate, Dark. Thank you for the posture check as well. So yeah. Thank you for the stretch. I think I'm going to leave it as these 3. In terms of which ones I actually think are possible, it's just Forspoken. It's the only one that I think could actually happen. Okay, so let me post this on Twitter and Discord, and then we'll get out of here. Surely they would announce more than one. More than one what? Release date? I mean, there's going to be... we know the presentation's 40 minutes long. But I think a lot of the stuff that they'll talk about is stuff that I don't care about. Like... I'm very certain that there will be a big portion of the presentation that is dedicated to the next God of War game. God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Sure. But I don't care. Like, I didn't play the last God of War. I've not played a whole lot of the God of Wars. So, like, if God of War Ragnarok gets announced and takes up 10 minutes of that 40 minutes with, like, some awesome epic trailer and a gameplay showcase and a release date, that's great. I don't care, and I don't care enough to bet on it. It doesn't have an E in there, right? Yeah, it doesn't. All right. And with that, is anyone that we know and like streaming? No. Okay. At least nobody that I follow currently. Hey, look, it's me. In which case, then, I will just tell you goodbye. All right, everybody. I might be streaming later today. I might be streaming tomorrow. I don't know. I have some stuff that I wanted to do on stream. I wanted to do, like, try out a new game with a friend and stuff, and I wanted to do that on stream. I don't know if that'll be happening and when or where. Just be sure to be following with notifications and stuff like that if you would like to be here for that. We'll, of course, be running Stream Raiders if we do end up doing that. I'm going to get out of here. Otherwise, I will be back on Tuesday, Tarkov Tuesday, and then on Thursday for Two Dead Dudes playing Neo 2, Friday for Power Couple, where me and Athena will be starting a new game because we just finished Yakuza this Friday. And then, of course, next Sunday, I'll be right back here working on creative projects. So thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you to everyone that was here while I was chatting with my mom and stuff. I appreciate it a lot. And I will see you in the next stream. Also, be sure to go check out the YouTube channel. Got videos going up all the time, most of the time. And yeah, thank you so much. Peace out, everybody. You have a great rest of your weekend as well, Kaldris.